Hi, I'm by names of Muteteri'S and I'm a student at Henge in year 3 doing biomedical battery science, and I'm here to talk about a few things in applied immunology, and my first concern is about immune complexes and their roles in immune responses. Immune complexes are formed when antibodies bind to solve antigens, leading to the aggregation of these complexes. So these complexes play a crucial role in immune responses by facilitating the clearance of pathogens and toxins from the body. Immune complexes can activate various immune pathways, and these pathways include complement activation, which enhances opsonization and phagocytosis by immune cells. They also help to form memory responses, contributing to long-term immunity. And here is the picture that helps to aids in explanation of immune complexes and how they help in immune responses. So, and these are the several roles of immune complexes in immune responses, of which they include antigen neutralization and clearance, whereby immune complexes help neutralize and clear antigens from the body. And another thing is immune complexes helps in activation of complement system, whereby several proteins in the body are activated and where they bind on the immune complexes, and like immune complexes activates the complement system, which is a part of innate immune response. And also immune complexes helps in the inflammation when in immune responses, whereby when there is an inflammation, immune complexes are deposited in tissues and activate the complement system and other inflammatory mediators, leading to the recruitment of immune cells like neutrophils to the site of deposition. And the second thing that I'm going to talk about it is how the how the complement activation interacts with the immune complexes. Complement activation is a critical process that interacts with the immune complexes. When immune complexes form, they can activate the complement system through the classical pathway. This activation leads to the generation of complement components that opsonize the immune complexes, enhancing their recognition and clearance by phagocytic cells such as macrophages and neutrophils. And complement activation can result in the formation of the membrane attack complex, which can lyse the pathogens directly, whereby lyse it also means like breaking down of the pathogen. And like here there is a diagram that is aiding us to understand very well how immune complexes interacts with the immune system. And like immune complexes trigger complement activation via the classical pathway, leading to the production of key complement proteins, which are 3A, 3,5, and 3B, and others. So 3B opsonizes the immune complexes, promoting their recognition and removal, and they are removed by phagocytic cells, whereby 3A and 5 and C5A promote inflammation by recruiting immune cells to the site of immune complex deposition. And if immune complexes are not cared effectively, they can accumulate in tissues, leading to chronic inflammation, tissue damage, and autoimmune diseases. And the third thing that I'm going to talk about is the mechanisms of how immune complexes are cleared from saturation. So, clearing immune complexes from the saturation is crucial to prevent tissue damage and chronic inflammation. Several mechanisms are involved in the efficient removal of immunocomplexes, including phagocytosis, whereby phagocytosis by immune cells, like these immune cells include macrophages, neutrophils, and dendritic cells. And phagocytosis, as we know, it is the engulfing of foreign substances like by these immune cells. So these cells are the primary phagocytes responsible for carrying immunocomplexes from the bloodstream and tissues. They have receptors on their surface that recognize and bind components of immune complexes. And neutrophils, they also help in carrying immune complexes. And still under the mechanisms, there is a reticuloendothelial system whereby the liver and spleen contain specialized macrophages that filter immune complexes from the blood. Still, there is the renal clearance whereby immune complexes can be cleared through the kidneys where they may be filtered out by glomerular cells, like glomerular cells. And there is the last, and here's the last mechanisms of it is proteolytic enzymes. Certain enzymes can degrade immune complexes, aiding in their clearance. And the fourth thing is how immune complexes contribute to autoimmunity. Immune complexes play a central role in the pathogenesis of many autoimmune diseases. These complexes form when the immune system mistakenly produces antibodies that target the body's own tissues, creating autoantibodies. Immune complexes can contribute to autoimmune disease by promoting inflammation and tissue damage. In autoimmune conditions, the body produces antibodies against its tissues, leading to the formation of immune complexes that deposit in various tissues like in kidneys and joints. This deposition can trigger inflammatory responses, activate complement and recruit immune cells, resulting in tissue injury and dysfunction. And the fifth thing is it talks about the role of regulatory T cells, which are also called Tregs, in immune regulation. Regulatory T cells are specialized subset of T cells that play a critical role in maintaining immune homeostasis by preventing excessive or inappropriate immune responses. Their primary function is to suppress immune activation, ensuring that the immune system remains tolerant to self-antigens, preventing autoimmune diseases while still being able to mount effective responses to infections and tumors. These regulatory T cells help prevent excessive immune responses that could lead to tissue damage and autoimmunity. Still, Tregs can suppress the activation and proliferation of other immune cells such as conversion T cells and B cells through various mechanisms, including the production of inhibitory cytokines. And these cytokines, they include interleukin 10, etc. And they also include direct cells to cell contact and metabolic disruption. I hope this is all with what I had to talk about in applied immunology. Thank you very much. Be blessed.